Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
In a side of the internet that is not widely publicized, yet most people know about its existence. Today we're having a conversation with someone who, amongst other exploits on the internet, is a professional when it comes to the banning and unbanning of Instagram accounts. Does that sound accurate?
I'd say so. Just about right.
I guess maybe let's just kind of zero in on that. How did you enter into the world of having this kind of power over social media?
Think to yourself like anybody else that got their Instagram page banned. Excuse me. Like think about how many times have you had somebody call you and be like, "Bro, my page got banned. My page got hacked."
I'm in the world all the time.
So same thing happened to me years ago, and I'm like, imagine at this point, this is like 6 years ago.
The FBI arresting a man in Las Vegas for allegedly extorting and threatening customers and social media influencers as part of an online business to block and unlock their accounts. They say Idris Kibe ran this site, unlockedforlife.com, and they say as part of it, he allegedly extorted subscribers to get access to their accounts and then threatened them. A judge ordered him held in jail until his trial.
Wow. Hey, man, listen, man, guys, make sure you check out my channel. Make sure you guys lock in with what's going on over here with Boss Talk 101, man. I really was out here looking on the internet and I seen this. I was like, wow, man. Like when I seen it, it was like, what the heck is this going on with? Because the first thing I noticed was No Jumper, Adam 22's channel, boom, pops up on the news. I'm like, what the heck? You know, and then I started to listen to it, and it talks about this guy, Idris Kibe. Idris Kibe, I don't know what his deal is, but he went on No Jumpers like 6 months ago. You guys got to go check that interview out. I watched the whole thing. He told how he was basically pretty much taking over people's accounts, pretty much locking the accounts, unlocking the accounts. You just have to go check it out. But it was a serious situation when you think about it. You know, I really like don't know if people understand when you say things like this and you go on these internet, you go on these podcasts, whether it be mine, Say Cheese, whether it be Vlad's or whoever, you know, if you speak on something, this stuff is just out there and it's just sitting and people are watching it and it is going up in views. No Jumper has over 1 million views, 1 million subscribers, 1 million this, millions that. So it's almost like you just saying, you know what, come arrest me. I'm extorting people. Because this is exactly what happened. You look at how fast this happened. Well, 6 months. They have time to investigate. They come back, they looking at all this unlocked for life or something. I think he goes by, but this dude is Unlocked for Life was a website that he had, and people were going on there and they were basically looking him up to get his services. I don't know if he was the one initially locking these people's accounts or what, but I have heard of services, some of my friends, close friends, where they lost their channels, and when they lost their channel, they had to pay somebody and they get the channel back. And he actually on there, if you go back and watch this interview, he said there was a bunch of celebrities, a bunch of them. He started naming them. They bleeped out the names. It's crazy to me how, and you'll be able to see the link to the video, the interview in my description, where you can go watch No Jumper and check out what all this guy did. It's crazy because I just don't know if it's something that you should do when you know you're extorting people. This is a form of extortion in modern day times. I often think about war. I often think about different things that's going to happen in today's society. And when I think of war, you think about World War II and people meeting up and blowing up bombs. I think it's going to come in a different form. I think it's going to come in software. I think it's going to come in people, pretty much getting sick, biological warfare. I don't think it's going to be like the old days. So when you see this happening where somebody can actually go in and take over your account, and I don't know, this guy don't even look like he's American. Kibe, Idris Kibe. Somebody get in the comments. And I think that's the reason why when you listen to what the news reporters say, They say he can't get out. They're not going to let him out because no bond is given until his court date. He has to stay locked up. They have built a case up on him. He must be from, I don't know, allegedly, you know, all this thing. He might be from another country is what I'm thinking. They're not letting him out. You can look at him and tell, I think he knows people in other countries. Take a look at this guy. Do you think Idris Kibe? That name sound like it ain't even. That's something from another country. So you got to take a look at this guy and see, you know, have you ever dealt with this guy unlocked for life? Have you dealt with this guy? Have you had to be, did he exploit you? Did you guys not? I don't think they were able to put a face to this until he did that no jumper interview. And I don't think that was a smart move on his behalf. If you're doing criminalistic activity, why would you go and put yourself out there so people can see you unless you look? The fame monster got him. He wanted to be famous. He'd reach out. I'm pretty sure, I didn't get this. This is what I would think would happen. He says, do you know what? I want to be famous. I've had people to reach out to me. They say, man, I want to come on your show. I want my story to be out there. I want people to know what I did, what I done this year. Some people, one dude hit me up, said he made $94 million in 1 year and then sent me the receipts. Can I come on your show? I just want to show people what I've done. But let me tell you something. When you show people what you've done, the IRS and everybody else is going to see what you've done. And I don't think it's fair to blame the person who's interviewing you because you decided, I want to be in front. I want to show people who I am. I want to show people what I've done. Because what this does is it puts a big bright light on what you've done. And Idris Kibe has got himself in a world of trouble, and they're using the video. If you look, they're using the thumbnail of the video where he went on no jumper. And they're saying, you know what? Hey, this guy, we arrested him in Las Vegas months later. But still it happened. And I'm telling you now, you have to be very, very careful and selective on what you're doing out here when it comes to this internet. So if you're going on anybody's interviews and going on anybody's podcast, going on anybody's radio station, what you say can and will be used against you. If you don't believe me, look up Idris Kibe and you'll find out. They're not playing when it comes down to you going and locking somebody's account. They're not playing. If they find out your IP address is attached to something that's been doing this should tell you guys they're locking you up for this. So if you found out, if a person link you back to their account, if you reach out to them and say, oh, I can get your stuff unlocked. And then I say, okay, well, you can get my stuff unlocked. I start looking you up. I start going through your stuff. How can you get it unlocked? Maybe you the one that locked it. Maybe you the one that locked it. And if that's the case, then all you have to do at that point is start looking at where they live, the demographics, where they're at, the person who reached out to you, start researching them. And if you can figure that out, they might be like Idris Kibe, meaning they're going to get locked up. Because they might be the ones that locked your stuff for life. I don't know. Like I said, it's just something that I've seen. And like I said, this one, I don't know if I can blame it on Adam 22 because I don't know. I probably wouldn't have did this kind of interview, but I mean, he didn't make him come on there and tell on himself. He snitched on himself. This is a weird case for me. He snitched on himself, guys. Make sure you get in the comments, look and see what you think about this Idris Kibe snitching on himself on the Adam 22 No Jumper show and coming up with this scenario of, hey, man, I'm going to let everybody know who I am so I can be famous and get more people to see me. His whole name was unlocked for life on there. He didn't tell his name, but they can look at you, link this video back to you, once somebody turn you in, and boom, they got you. So when you decide to go out here and put yourself out there and try to get that fame monster to going, guess what? They're going to lock you up, man. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys check out Boss Talk 101 interviews. The whole full interviews is popping out. My membership is popping. Everything popping, man. But I'm just saying, man, let me know what you think about. Was Adam 22 wrong for interviewing this guy? Or was this guy crazy for coming out of the dark trying to show people who he was that been unlocking these accounts for people and locking these accounts to make his job more reputable and taking monthly fees? I'm just looking at it from that aspect, man. Boss Talk 101, man. What a boss's talk.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.